Welcome to episode number 344, where I'm talking about the imbalances that can occur in the Vaha Srotas or the food channel. I'll talk about the early signs of imbalance, the disorders that can manifest, what can cause these disorders, and then talk about the Ayurvedic treatment and, of course, how we can prevent these disorders from manifesting in the first place. So please stay tuned. Hi there, I'm your host Colette, and on this podcast I will be sharing the teachings of Ayurveda, yoga, and holistic health practices. Now, if you're new to Ayurveda, I recommend checking out the first couple of episodes where I do an introduction to Ayurveda and the mind-body types. Thanks for listening, and now here's a new episode. This episode is sponsored by Kerala Ayurveda. Are you seeking a natural solution to support your digestive health and boost your immune system? Discover the power of Indukantam Quatam, a time-tested Ayurvedic formulation renowned for its ability to nurture your body without aggravating pitta or acidity. Indukantam Quatam acts as a gentle yet effective protector of your digestive system, enhancing Agni and nutrient absorption. By boosting immunity and ojas, it serves as a proactive measure against recurrent infections and addresses immune sensitivities like allergies. Indukantam Quatam offers holistic support for your overall well-being. Use coupon code IMMUNE24 when you visit keralaayurveda.store, and you can find that link in the show notes. Hey there, it's Colette today for a solo episode. And in this episode, I'm talking about the imbalances that can occur in the Vaha Srotas or the food channel. Now, back in episode number 272, I discussed Vaha Srotas, the food channel, and I detailed what happens from an Ayurvedic perspective when we eat and the journey through the food channel and the subdoshas involved. In this episode, I want to dive deeper into the imbalances and the disorders that can occur in the food channel. And just a little review to start. Ana means food. Vaha means to carry. So Vaha Srotas is the channel carrying food. And the root of Vaha Srotas is the esophagus and the stomach, with the channel starting at the mouth and ending at the small intestine. So it's part of the gastrointestinal tract. Vaha Srotas has the extremely important functions of digestion, assimilation, and absorption, taking food, water, nutrients, and information from outside the body into the body. The Srotas or channels are made up of dhatus, or tissues, which are nourished by the food we eat. And it's the Srotas that nourish the dhatus. We have good health when our Agni or our digestive fire is working optimally and a Srotas or channel is flowing normally. If a dhatu, a tissue, or a Srotas, a channel, is defective, it can affect the structure and the functioning of the tissue and the channel. And disease in the body and mind begins when our Agni, our digestive fire, is not functioning efficiently. And a dosha or doshas become imbalanced, resulting in aggravation in the Srotas and in the dhatus, leading to disease. For example, if Vata or its subdoshas are affected, it could manifest into Vishma Agni or a variable digestive fire, which down the line can result in degenerative conditions. If Pitta or its subdoshas are aggravated, it could manifest into Agni Tikshna, which is a strong or very sharp appetite, and that could manifest down the line into inflammatory or infectious conditions. And if Kapha or its subdoshas are affected, down the line, that could manifest into Agni Manda or low appetite and lead to conditions of congestion or obstruction. Now, early signs of imbalances in the Vaha Srotas, and these are the signs we want to pay attention to, because if we do not pacify these imbalances, They can go down the line, as I just said, into these degenerative, inflammatory, or congestive or obstructed conditions. So these early signs we want to look out for are loss of appetite, loss of taste or other problems with the sense of taste, difficulty chewing or swallowing, excessive dryness or thirst, excessive saliva, excessive gas, excessive burping or distension of the stomach, and nausea, vomiting or regurgitation, hypoglycemia or low blood sugar, and stomach ache or pain. So these are the early signs of problems in the Vaha Srotas. And as I said, if these early signs of imbalances are not corrected, then that imbalance can develop into 4 types of disorders in the food channel. And those 4 disorders are atipravruti, which is an overflow or excess flow or hyperactivity of the channel. Sangha, which is stagnation or accumulation of the Srotas. Siragranti, which is dilation or excess growth of the Srotas. And Vimarga Gamanam, which is the false channel or false Srotas. Now, of course, diseases can result with one or more imbalances at once and one or more of these 4 types of disorders combined. So now I'm going to take a look at some of the disorders that can manifest in the Vaha Srotas. The first one being Agnya Mandyam, which is a condition where the food is not properly digested due to a weak Agni causing ama formation, toxin formation. And this can lead to a blockage of the Srotas or channel, an aversion to food, heaviness in the stomach, and lethargy. And if it's a Vata aggravation, there can be pain in the stomach, distension, gurgling or rumbling in the stomach. There may be constipation, pain and tension in the chest and back, along with weakness and a low body weight. If there's a Pitta aggravation with this condition, this can result in hyperacidity, excessive sweat and thirst, and a burning in the chest. And if there's a Kapha aggravation with Agni Mandyam, this can lead to heaviness in the body, especially after eating, lethargy, a dull headache, and inertia. The second disorder I want to talk about is Ajirna, which is indigestion. And this can lead to a feeling of heaviness, lethargy, and a lack of taste. If there's a Vata aggravation, it can lead to shooting pains in the abdomen and migrating pain as well. There may be distension due to gas or stool stagnation and a feeling of disconnection and a lack of clarity. If there's a Pitta aggravation with this condition, it can lead to excessive sweating and thirst, burning sensation. There may be sour belching, dizziness and fainting. And if there's a Kapha aggravation, it can lead to a feeling of heaviness, nausea, and swelling from the cheeks to the eyes. Ajirna can result due to irregular eating patterns, drinking too much liquids with our meals, which can dilute the gastric juices and affect digestion, late nights, sleeping during the day, which will also affect digestion, and suppressing natural urges, and of course, stress. The third condition is aruchi, which is a condition where there's a loss of interest in food, a loss of taste and distaste. And this can be due to an aggravation of Vata, Pitta, or Kapha. And it can also be caused due to emotional stress like grief, fear, anger, and greed. The fourth condition is Amla Pitta, which is a condition of hyperacidity and can include heartburn, regurgitation, and GERD. This can manifest due to a diet of Pitta aggravating foods that are sour, spicy, and salty. Incompatible foods also, and I've talked about food combining before, and I'll put a chart of bad food combinations in the show notes so you can check that out. And also the use of excessive salt, excessive sleeping during the day affecting digestion, ignoring natural urges, alcohol, smoking, medication, and emotions of anger, grief, and envy can cause Amla Pittam. The fifth condition is Chardi, and it's described as the forceful expulsion of stomach contents through the mouth by Udana Vayu, combining with Vyana Vayu, which are subdoshas of Vata, and these subdoshas are rushing in an upwards direction, resulting in vomiting. Vata, Pitta, and Kapha can be involved here, and the symptoms will present differently in each case. So with a Vata aggravation, it will result with pain and a blackish color to the expelled contents. Pitta aggravation will come with heat, burning, dizziness, and a yellow-green color. And a Kapha aggravation will come with feeling of heaviness, lethargy, phlegm, and very watery secretions. The sixth condition is anaha, and it's also called admana, which is a severe pain in the abdomen with a gurgling sound and distension of the abdomen due to the obstruction of vata by an accumulation of ama or toxins in the food tract. So this distension will be very obvious, very uncomfortable. Your stomach will be quite hard with this. The seventh condition is sula, which is a sharp, piercing pain. If it's a vata aggravation, it can feel like a pricking pain. With pitta aggravation, there can be a burning sensation near the navel, sweating and dizziness. And if it's a kapha aggravation, there can be a feeling of severe pain immediately after eating or in the morning, and a feeling of fullness and stiffness in the abdomen also. The next condition is parinama sula, which can be correlated to a duodenal ulcer or duodenal ulcer, depending on your pronunciation of that, where a sore develops on the lining of the duodenum. Ulcers can be due to a bacteria called H. pylori, causing the lining of the food channel to become inflamed. And this pain will present 2 to 3 hours after a meal or pain at night also. The ninth condition is vidbantam, and this is where an aggravated vata dosha results in excess dryness, which dries out the stool in the large intestine. This can be caused by ignoring the urge to eliminate a bowel movement, excessive fasting, and excessive traveling. A lack of routine in eating, it can be due to dehydration, a lack of fiber, a sedentary lifestyle, or lack of exercise, and stress can also play a factor here. The 10th condition is pravahika or dysentery. And this is a condition where mucus is mixed with stool. The body feels like it has to eliminate something, but there's no stool there, just mucus and possibly blood. And this can be caused by Agni Manda and an aggravation of Vata and Kapha, which results in a feeling of obstruction due to inflammation. The 11th condition is atisara, and this is a condition where there's too much liquid in the stool, which is diarrhea. The causes can be incorrect food combinations, slow digestion or Agnimanda, leading to food staying undigested, resulting in weak absorption, and then water getting pulled from the cells, ending in loose, watery stools. And Vata, Pitta, and Kapha can be involved in this condition of atisara. The 12th condition is grahani, and this is a condition of constipation and diarrhea. Now, atisara, or diarrhea, which I just spoke about, can lead to grahani, and this condition is more chronic, and it can be due to Agnimanda, the slow digestive fire, resulting in improper digestion of the food. It's similar to IBS, or irritable bowel syndrome. The 13th condition is IBD, or inflammatory bowel disease, and this can affect Vaha Srotas, and there are two types. Ulcerative colitis, which affects the colon and can result in diarrhea, and Crohn's disease, which can happen from the esophagus to the intestines and can result in constipation, diarrhea, bloody stools, abdominal pain, and loss of appetite and fatigue. And the 14th one is leaky gut syndrome, which is a very common syndrome, unfortunately, today. And this is another condition that can affect the lining of the intestines, leading to gaps in the intestinal walls, allowing bacteria and other toxins to pass into the bloodstream. This is an issue with the structure of the Srotas or the channel itself. And finally, there are many other symptoms of imbalances in the Vaha Srotas. There could be inflamed mouth, tongue, and gums as well, because remember, this channel starts at the lips. and ends at the small intestine. Now, I mentioned in these conditions some of the causes, but some of the regular causes of imbalances in Vaha Srotas are irregular eating patterns, eating at the wrong time, eating when you don't feel hungry, or emotional eating. And it can be due to eating too much at once or too little at one sitting. There can be the poor food combinations that can be a problem here. And again, I'll put that chart in the show notes so you can check that out. Too much heavy foods, which are overwhelming the digestion, like meat or dairy, which are both very hard to digest, especially if the digestive fire, the Agni, is not strong enough to digest these items. Too much sugar, which can lead to inflammation, eating aggravating foods for your constitution, eating ultra-processed foods, having alcohol or stimulants, excessive exercise, which is depleting you and stressing your digestive system and body, and a sedentary lifestyle where there's little to no exercise. Let's talk a little bit now about treatment and prevention of imbalances in Vaha Srotas. When a rogi presents with imbalances in Vaha Srotas, it's important to assess the full channel from the lips and tongue to the stomach and small intestine. We can tell a lot by observing the tongue. And in this case, we want to see if there's ama or toxins present on the tongue, and if there are indentations along the sides of the tongue showing a scalloped edge, which is a sign of unabsorbed nutrients. And there's many other things that we can tell from the tongue also. Now, along with observing the rogi's tongue and physical health, an in-depth consultation is necessary to gather further information in regards to the rogi's diet, including what they eat, how they eat, and when they eat, their lifestyle. So that would take into consideration the timing of their sleep and wake cycle, their timing of their bowel movements, and obviously the type of bowel movements they're having, the menstrual cycle timing, and exercise. And their mental health, looking at emotions, their moods, their relationships, their stressors, and a holistic look at their life. Then the treatment needs to be tailored to each rogi, and it needs to be a holistic approach, incorporating dietary advice, lifestyle changes, self-care practices, mindfulness practices to manage stress, and Ayurvedic herbal treatment if necessary. Of course, in Ayurveda, we want to focus on the prevention of these disorders. And we do this by, first of all, keeping our Agni, the digestive fire, functioning optimally by eating in alignment with our constitution, respecting our appetite and eating only when we feel hungry, and definitely not ignoring our hunger or suppressing it with coffee. Practicing mindful eating. So that means sitting and eating in a calm environment with no distractions and focusing on your food. And then sipping on warm liquids to aid digestion and avoiding gulping or chugging lots of liquids at once, because this will interfere with the digestive juices, upsetting the digestive process. And of course, avoiding iced or cold drinks, because this will affect your Agni, your digestive fire. We want to live in tune with the circadian rhythm so that you have a routine in your sleeping, waking, your eating, your elimination, and all the systems of your body. You want to move your body daily in alignment with your constitution so that you're not doing too much or too little exercise, again, depending on your unique constitution. Incorporating daily self-care practices or dinacharya, and practicing mindfulness to help you process emotions and then build a buffer to stress so that your digestion and the rest of your body is not affected by external stressors. We can see that understanding our unique constitution and keeping our digestive fire and doshas in balance by focusing on our diet, lifestyle, stress management, and emotional health are all key factors in preventing imbalances in the channels, the Srotas, and maintaining good health. Now, if you want support on how to incorporate this holistic health strategy into your life, I offer a couple of options, whether you like to study alone or you want one-to-one support. If you like to study by yourself, I recommend my online Daily Habits for Holistic Health program. It's a 28-day self-paced program, and this will really cover all you need to know about keeping your body and mind in balance and preventing disease. And I help you live in tune with the circadian rhythm and educating you and helping you implement practices to help you live in tune with this 24-hour cycle, which means that all the systems of your body will be on a cycle too. And I educate you on how to maintain mental health and a very important subject of how to become your own healer by understanding how to eat for your constitution and the healing principle in Ayurveda, the principle of opposites. And I also cover lots about following your intuition and going on a deeper journey to your true nature and that journey of self-realization. So that's the 28-day self-paced online Daily Habits for Holistic Health program. And if you prefer one-to-one support, I offer online consultations where I'll chat with you in a 90-minute consultation and get a really in-depth account of your current health status, holistic view of your health. And then I put together a strategy for your diet, lifestyle, self-care, and mindfulness practices to help you maintain balance, prevent disease, and then, of course, managing any current imbalances that you're dealing with. And I have the Digestive Reset Cleanse program, which is available throughout the year. You can do a private cleanse that comes with a 90-minute consultation. And then I tailor this holistic cleanse program to you and your lifestyle. And I support you throughout. And this helps you to not only reset your digestive system, but also to reset your physical and mental health. If you have any questions before you book any of my online services, then take advantage of my free 15-minute online Services Enquiry Call. We can hop on Zoom and I can answer all of your questions. If you think that this episode will be helpful to family or friends, please share it with them so we can spread this wisdom of Ayurveda. And if you're finding this material helpful, if you're getting benefit from this podcast, I would love to ask you for a rating or review wherever you listen to your podcast. That would be really helpful to spread this wisdom of Ayurveda. And if you haven't already subscribed or followed the podcast, please do so. And the new free weekly episodes will download for you automatically. Please come follow me on social media. On Facebook, I'm under Elements Healing and Wellbeing. And my new Instagram page is Elements of Ayurveda Podcast. So please come join me there. Thank you so much for tuning in. And until next time, take good care of yourself. Be well and bye for now. Slán go fóill.